Hi Stampers, this is Trevis. Welcome to Video Tuesday. And so today I'm excited to come to you with a cute card that we made at Club this week. And so I think everyone enjoyed it. So I thought, well, let's share this cute card. So I am going to be using my favorite designer series paper. It's called Delightfully Eclectic. And it's the big pack of paper that's featured in the annual catalog on page 129. At first I was like, oh, last year that was a hostess pack of paper and we could get it for $18 and now I have to pay $30 for it. But I realized I can just buy it. I don't have to have a big giant order to get it. So I'm really loving it. It's double the amount of paper. And so it's well worth the price. And I hope you agree when you see this card. Okay, so let's get started. I did a little pre-work like I usually do to keep the video time down. I don't like my videos to go too much over 20 minutes. I just think it's a little bit long. So today we'll try to keep it under 20 minutes. We'll see. Okay, thanks for watching and let's get started. Okay, so the colors I'm going to be using today, I'm going to be using two inks. I'm going to use Misty Moonlight and Bubble Bath. Don't these colors look so fabulous together? I love them. And so they're both, this is actually a returning in color that's now in the core colors. And then we have the new Bubble Bath, which is my favorite pink. It's just so very cute. So let's get started making this card. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use a 4 1/4 by 11 piece of thick basic white cardstock. I did score it at 5 1/2 because when I cut it this way, I like to score it. Seems like it folds better. Okay, so that is my card base. Okay, and then I cut this piece of designer series paper from that pack of paper. So this side is very cute also, little strawberries, but I'm going to be using this side today. And so I'm going to adhere this to my card base. And I did leave, this is 4 by 5 1/4, so that leaves a nice little border. Okay. And then I cut a little tiny piece of this paper. And this is the little tiny flowers, little tiny tulips. And I'm going to put that inside the card right there. I'm going to go ahead and put that in the card right here at the bottom. And I'm going to stamp a little design right here. And the stamp set I'm using today is Nature's Prints. I'm also using the coordinating dies, and those are called Natural Prints. This was actually in past catalogs. They had it as a bundle, and that was before they started calling the dies and the stamp set the same name, which made it a little confusing at times because you don't put your dies in with your stamp set. Sometimes you're thinking, what is this, the dies that coordinate? Well, this is called Natural Prints, okay? Nature's Prints is the stamp set. And the stamp I'm going to be using is this one, just this little flower, and I'm going to stamp this inside. Usually I do the inside of my card last. I'm going to go ahead and do the inside of my card first today. And I'm just going to stamp this right down here at the bottom. Okay, so we have that cute little flower inside. Okay, so our card base is finished. Now I'm going to work on the front of my card. And again, I'm going to be using this paper. This is a bigger piece of that paper. This is the polka dot side. This is crushed curry. This is the Misty Moonlight with the Bubble Bath and the crushed curry in white. So this is 4 by 7. And I did score it twice. I scored it at 2 1/2, and then I scored it again at 5 1/2. And so I'm going to go ahead and fold this on those score lines. So when you're scoring your designer series paper, you want to give it a little bit lighter score touch than you would if it was cardstock, because you can tear your designer series paper. Our paper is super thick, so you don't have to worry too much, but there is a little concern. Okay, I'm going to use some tear and tape. I'm just going to put a little piece of tear and tape right down here at the very bottom, just a little tiny piece. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and peel that off. And then I'm going to put 2 pieces of tear and tape on this piece, on this side. I'm going to put one right here and then another one right next to it. So this will really hold this little pocket closed. Okay, so if you have a hard time getting your tear and tape off, you just want to give it a little burnish with your bone folder, and then it'll peel right off. I use my fingernails. Some people use their, take your pick tool. Okay, so I'm going to close this and then close it again. Okay, so now I have this cute little pocket, and it's closed at the bottom because I put that tear and tape down there. All right, so now I am going to use a couple of retired punches. And the reason is because it's so much easier for me doing a video using a punch than using a die and bringing the dies over. So I am going to be using this little 3/4 inch punch. And I'm just going to put it in here like this and punch out a little half circle. Okay, so that's going to make a little area that I can put something in there and pull. Okay, and then I cut out ahead of time from those Natural Prints dies. I cut out this one. It's the big wreath. And I cut that out of white cardstock. I should have put adhesive sheets on the back, but I didn't. So I'm going to have to do some gluing, which takes a couple extra minutes. But that's okay. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to glue this onto my card base. See, I have a little edge of this showing that's starting to bug me, so I'm going to trim this back. I don't want that to show in front of my card. There we go. No matter how careful you are, seems like the fold is just not perfect. Okay, so you want to glue the side that has the, where it was connected. You're going to put your liquid glue on there. On that side. I mean, if you mess up and you put it on the other side, it's not a big deal. Okay, now I'm just going to glue this to my card. I'm going to center it on the sides, kind of do a little visual centering. A little bit of the bottom. I want the top to be a little extra thickness compared to the bottom. So I am going to give that about 1/2 inch, and then the top is about 1 inch. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and let that adhere. And then I am going to glue my little wreath down. This takes a little extra time, but it'll be fine. So you can just put as much glue as you think you need. Remember, less is more. You don't want to over glue. I have done this many times and it squeezes out and it makes a big mess. So my advice is try to go light on the glue. If you, this is our multi-purpose liquid glue. If you have another glue that you like, go for that. I think it's easier to use liquid glue on a project like this rather than use your adhesive, your tape adhesive. Okay, it's looking good. I think I got most of the areas. Okay, now try to pick that up without getting glue all over my fingers. And I'm going to glue that down to my card. And again, it's a holding thing. Try to hold it. I sometimes put this on top to hold it so I don't get glue on my fingers. I've had questions about where I got my little glue stand. Actually, one of my stampers gave that to me. A good friend, I think she got it off of Amazon. I think they're hard to find right now. I think they're so popular. It's fabulous. I love it. Keeps my glue always ready. Now this is a double-sided, but I hardly ever use this end. I almost always go for the tiny tip. I don't know. That's just me. Okay, looking good. Did get a little movement, I think, there, but we'll try to fix that. Okay, looking good. Okay, now, again, I have to use a retired punch. And I'm sorry about this, but I have this little heart. And I love this little heart. This is a little retired punch. So I'm going to punch out 4 of these little hearts. Just love the little shape of it. It's kind of a, I don't know what you would call it. Kind of like a little swirly heart. So cute. Okay, so I'm going to pop 3 of these up on my card. Put these little mini dimensionals on them. And put these around my wreath. When you see my sentiment that I chose from Nature's Prints, you're going to see why I chose hearts instead of flowers. So I have 3 little hearts. Okay. And now I'm going to do the insert for this. And I have a piece of white cardstock. And this is actually just under 2 3/4 by 3 1/2. Okay, 3 1/2 by just under 2 3/4. And it slides in perfectly. Okay, so I'm going to decorate this. And what I'm going to use is I'm going to use a heartfelt thank you from Nature's Prints. So there's 4 nice sentiments in this stamp set. I used this flower. You're on my mind. Hello there. Best wishes and happy thoughts and a heartfelt thank you. I love them all. Totally usable sentiments. Not crazy, crazy sayings like, I don't know, that you think, who would I send that to? These are totally usable. Okay. So, going to stamp that right there. And not my best stamping, but that's okay. And then I am going to glue a little heart. Where's my other heart? Oh, here. I'm going to glue another heart right here. So this is the 4th heart. Okay. See, I used a little too much and it starts to squeeze out. Okay, now I am going to use a handheld punch. And hold on a second. Here. So these again are retired, but hopefully you have one and you love it and you never got rid of it. That's my hope. I'm going to use a little piece of twine and I'm going to put that through that little hole, double it up, put it through the little hole and bring it around. Okay, when you get the loop-de-loop, take the other end. My fingers are a little sticky from that glue. And make my little pull. And now I do want to add a little bit of designer series paper. I think I'm going to use, I kind of plan to do it here, but if I do that, then I cover up my heart. I'm going to use it at the bottom. Although that goes going the wrong way. Well, let's just use one of them. Just going to use this one at the bottom. Need to stick to plan, and my plan was to put 2 of them side by side and then put my little heart right here. And I still could have done that, but oh well, we're going to leave that off for now. Okay, so what I have is this. And then this is the little pull, but you still have the inside of your card to write. So you can write, if you wanted to, you could just leave this blank or right there, or you could write there. Okay, so there is my finished card today. I hope you enjoyed it. My name's Trevis Bossler. I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in St. Louis, Missouri. Appreciate your likes and shares. Thanks for watching today, and I'll see you on Friday. Bye.